Hello everybody.
Hello.
And welcome back to ARNE CARLOS, the tutorial. We've been doing the cardigan, sharing all our little tips and secrets and showing you how we do it. Last time we steeked it. The time before that we sewed in the sleeves.
Yeah.
So now we have basically an almost finished cardigan. And today we are going to be focusing on knitting the placket, doing the buttonholes, attaching the placket to the cardigan. We won't finish it off here, but you will be able to see pictures of the ready-made cardigan.
I'm not Superman.
On our website.
So the red yarn from the stitching is gone.
It's gone, yeah.
And the plackets, when they're finished, they would look like this.
Like this.
So we made one with no buttonholes.
For the one side.
For one side, and one with buttonholes. And we will show you how we made it.
Yeah.
So this is for Carlos, so this should be a men's opening.
Yeah, I prefer that.
So that means you have to think about Napoleon with his hand inside the jacket. That means your buttonholes will be on
This side.
left side.
Yes, the left side.
So the buttonholes will be on this side, and the one without buttonholes on this side. And you see, we made the tab with one knit and one purl on this side, and on this side it's just knit. Well, it's knit and purl, knit and purl. So you have this nice facing in knit, and this one will cover up the raw edge.
of that.
Okay, so now we will show you how you make
The placket.
the placket. And for this jacket, we made a placket with 18 stitches.
Yeah, which is
So you cast on 18, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
which is about 6 centimeters in this yarn.
How many do you have now? 3, 6, 10, 16, 17, 18. And then if I'm doing this one with the buttonholes, you have to remember that you have to have the facing with the knit on the correct side, because it's going to go under. It will be this way. So then when I start, I want to have the 7 last stitches on the needle will be in knit. Then I do the next one is a purl, and then a knit, purl, knit, purl, knit, purl, knit, purl, knit, purl, knit. Then I start knitting. I take the first one off without knitting it, and then I knit one and purl and knit and purl. Altogether 11 stitches, and that will be the part of the tab that is shown on the front. 3, 6, 11. So this is the placket with the rib.
Yeah.
Then the facing will be the 7 last stitches, and these I just knit. I don't have to go too slow.
No. I think this is quick enough, or slow enough.
Slow enough. And then I go back, and now I also slip the first one, but when you slip the stitches, you have to be careful not to block the stitches on the edge, because that's not looking good.
Yeah.
So if I started now and I did this, I would block the stitch. So I have to take the yarn over, and then I slip the stitch, and then I continue with purl, purl on purl, and knit on knit. all the way out. So at the 7 first is what will be the facing in knit. Then I purl and knit and purl and knit all the way out. And then you just continue knitting all the way up to where the curve on the neck is. And you go back again. In this case I had to take the yarn over, not to block the stitch. And I knit and purl. Knit on knit and purl on purl. Always. The best thing is to do the one without buttonholes first, because then you can see how many buttons you need on the other one. So this is coming up like this.
Yeah, and then
so when you finish it, then it will look like this. You see you have the facing. The facing is in knit, and the tab is in 1 knit and 1 purl.
yeah,
And on the side you have nice stitches because
nice
you don't
stitch, yeah.
block the stitches with the yarn when you slip this first stitch. That's very important. So, but when you do your buttonholes, you have to check the tab,
the placket.
the placket, and you have to place your buttonholes in nice distance. But that's different from each person. It depends on which size you're doing, or also
How many buttons?
buttons you want, how big the buttons are.
We are going for 6 buttons.
7 with the one
7
in
with
the
the
last.
top, yeah.
And we're going to use this traditional Norwegian sweaters with reindeers or
Yeah.
like something very traditional. Now I'm going to do the buttonhole, and the tab is on 11 stitches, so we have 4 stitches in the beginning, we decrease 3, and then we have 4. That's 8, 9, 10, 11.
11, yeah.
Correct. I have to check. So I slip the first one. There's a knit, so I knit on knit, purl on purl, and knit on knit. So that's the 4. Then I purl the next one, and I knit 1, and I lift the purl over the knit. So I decreased 1. Make another purl, lift the last one over the purl, and I decreased 2. I make another knit, I lift this one, and I decreased 3. Then I have 4 left, including the last stitch after the last decreasing. I do knit on knit and purl on purl all the way out. So then I started with the buttonhole.
And as usual, if you are not catching this because it's going a little fast, just go onto our website and download the pattern. We've got a pattern for the placket
But here you
there.
see, this is
Yeah.
the buttonhole. Then you go back, and then you have to make those 3 that you decreased. So you slip the first, and I have 6 purl. 6 purl, I knit, purl, knit, purl. Then I have to make 3 stitches. The way I do it is I twist the yarn like this from this side towards me, and I put the yarn on the needle. The next one I twist it towards me, no, fra me, against me, and I make another one, and then the third against me, and I make the last one. So now I have made 3 new stitches on the needle. And then I continue with the purl, the knit, the purl, and the knit. Then I do one more so you can see there's a buttonhole.
One more row,
I
yeah.
have to put the yarn over the needle not to block the stitches on the edge. I knit 1, purl, knit, purl, it's always a little bit difficult to get the stitches, but coming, knit and purl. Knit, purl. And I knit the last one, 7. So there you have the buttonhole.
The first buttonhole is there.
And then you just continue knitting all the way up.
Yeah, and the
Make
spacing
all the
between
buttonholes.
these was 34
Needles.
needles. Yeah.
But that's for this one.
Yeah.
You can have more or less.
Yeah.
But try to put them like on even space.
Yeah. And if you want a measurement for the distance, it is 10 centimeters between each button.
Yeah.
And on the bottom,
It's like 2 centimeters.
2 centimeters, yes.
And when you finished your placket,
Your plackets,
you have to put them on the right place. And the part with the knit should be on the inside because that's hiding the raw edge. So you put like 1 centimeter with the opening over the knitted stitch like this, and then you place this nicely all the way down, and you can pin it or you can stitch it.
stitch it in
with some extra
with
yarn.
with a yarn that you'll take out later. You just pin it or not.
Okay. Should we show the sewing?
Sure.
Yeah. So yarn. I use the red yarn so it's more visible. It's harder to get rid of, but so I put the fabric in the front like approximately 1 centimeter over the last knitted stitch in the placket, and then you can just pin it or you can stitch it down.
Stitch it up. Oops.
So it's not moving when you're sewing it on the sewing machine, because again we're going to use the sewing machine.
Yeah, love the sewing machine. Don't we?
Love the sewing machine. So you just continue all the way down like this. And then you have to do this on both sides.
Yeah.
But you will see, you can see it on the picture. Now,
So we've
almost finished.
yes, we've concluded the sewing.
I just finished it here. Like this, so it's like nice edge to edge.
Very nice.
And then you put the sewing machine up again.
Yep.
What I do now is that I try to make the sewing between the 7th stitch, like on this purl, in the purls.
Yeah.
And you have to try to make a nice straight line. And again, there will be a lot of red yarn to get rid of.
That's my job.
Yeah. So keep the seam on that purl. Like, try not to have like a bumpy seam that goes into the stitch, into one stitch and then into another stitch. Straight seam, no zigzag on this one.
Oh, because this is an actual seam that
It's an actual-
has a function. It's going to be holding the placket together.
Yeah. And then
So-
again, when you have this facing, that also helps to keep the placket
In place.
in
yeah.
place. So there shouldn't be any problems.
You're doing a really nice straight seam there.
I know, but here I
Beautiful.
made some strange sewing, so I hope I don't miss. No, it's okay. Easy peasy.
Great.
Then you have put on the first one. Now we just have to remove
Let's
all
see
this
what it looks like
red
first.
yarn.
So that's what it looks like from the front.
And this is how it looks
And
like.
this is what it
from
looks
the
like from the back right now. And then you've got the seam.
I have to remove all this red yarn. Let's remove some of it and then...
Shall I do it?
You're good.
I've done it before.
So, now this is sewn on the body, and we remove the red yarn, and then you just stitch the facing to the body. Attach this one. Touch the yarn like this. And then you make a nice beginning, or like in the bottom. You have to make a nice finishing. So you put the facing and the hem, or the tab, or what you call it. No,
placket.
No, this one, the rib.
Oh, the ribbing, the bottom, yeah.
Yeah, next to each other, and you stitch
Close
this
it like that, yeah.
together. And again, we didn't iron because it's so soft, so we just do it. We didn't steam it, we just started to make the sewing. So this way you make a nice finishing on the rib and the facing. Then you put the facing over the raw edges, like this.
And you just basically sew it.
And then you do like when you did the arm, the facing on the arm, you just stitch these pieces together. Like this. All the way up.
We have a little sample here.
Yeah, you can show how it looks finished, because this takes
That will take quite a while to do. But now we'll just show you the little sample that we did, because we had to test this in advance to just make sure that we knew what we were talking about. So,
No, we didn't.
No, I'm just kidding. We know what we're talking about. But anyway, here's a little sample, and as you can see, the facing is here, and it's looking real pretty, and it's been sewn up by hand all the way up.
And you see this piece is knitted in the same yarn, but with fewer stitches, so the pattern is wider and bigger. And we picked a light blue on this sample just to show you that you can use
any color you
color.
want.
If it's a color from the yarn, or it can be a
contrasting color that you want to use.
You can use this green.
Yeah.
Look.
That would work.
With this yarn. It's like, it's not close, but it's
close enough.
It's not the same, but it's close enough. So I just continue, and we show you a picture when it's finished. You just stitch the facing down like this, and it's so beautiful. You won't see any raw edges on the inside of your cardigan. And you never lose the yarn, because it's with the zigzag and the seam, everything stays in place. So this is how we do
the Norwegian
placket. Look.
Beautiful.
Like
gorgeous.
On the outside, and this is the inside.
Stunning.